Again, welcome to another video. We're going to look at today is just how to convert units in relation to our basic dynamics calculations. So let's have a look at this question. In fact, let's have a look at that guy. I imagine that's some of you fellas after running about 100 meters. Anyway, so we've got an example here. We've got a car decelerating uniformly from 160 kilometers an hour to 40 kilometers per hour. In a distance of 270 meters. Now, if we have a look at this question here, and if you remember from our previous charts in our previous video, the units that we need to be able to solve these linear equations is not kilometers an hour, but meters per second. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to have a little look at changing these values and how we do that. Alright, so we'll start off with a nice easy example. Convert 100 kilometers an hour to meters per second. Okay, first thing we've got to understand here, to get from kilometers to meters, we need to be able to understand that 1 kilometer is equal to 1,000 meters. Okay, and we also need to give some thought. We're going to go to seconds, so hours to seconds. So again, we know that 60 minutes in an hour, 60 seconds per minute. So we've got 3,600 seconds in 1 hour. Okay. So now that we've got this info, we can start to actually transfer between units. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to take our 100 from our 100 kilometers an hour, and we're going to transfer it into meters. And we do that by simply multiplying it by 1,000. Okay, so we'll have 100,000 meters per hour. Okay, so that's the velocity of this, 100,000 meters per hour. So how do we get from hours to seconds? So we know there's 3,600 seconds in an hour. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to divide this by 3,600. Okay, I'll get you a sec to pop that in your calculator. So that's going to equal 27.7 meters per second. Okay, and that can be rewritten as 27.7 ms minus 1. So meters per second, meters second, hence these units. Now the more observant amongst you will realise that we can actually simplify this formula, and we can simplify it by getting rid of some of these zeros. If we take these 3 zeros off the end, we take those 2 and pop a decimal in between, we can actually make this nice and simple. We've got 100 divided by 3.6. Okay, so in reality, we don't actually need to change it into meters. We don't have to change it into hours. We can simply just do 100 divided by 3.6, and that will give us that answer. All right. So next thing, how do we go from meters per second to kilometers an hour? Give you a second to think about that. Correct. We have to do the opposite of dividing. So converting meters per second to kilometers per hour. So previously we did 100 divided by 3.6. The opposite of dividing is multiplying. Oops, gone back there. So we're going to simply take 25.4 times 3.6 will give us our answer in kilometers per hour. So we've got 91.44 kilometers per hour. Okay, now it's really important that you can get your head around that. Alright, so it's really important you have a little go at these questions. Now for the first ones, I'm expecting you to do it full hand. Yeah, so 160 times 1,000 divided by 3,600, and then you can get your answer. Okay, but as you start to sort of build up and you've got that, you can use a sort of shorthand version. Okay, so don't forget to go from kilometers an hour We divide to go from meters per second to kilometers an hour. We multiply. So have a little go at these ones, and you can always send me a picture through Canvas and I can check them for you. But before we can move on to answer these questions, it's really important we can transfer between units. Okay, right, thanks for listening, and don't forget, have a crack at those and let me know if you need any help. All the best.